Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. I want to bring you a video. Yes, I'm preaching to the choir. I know that. And some people are saying, well, you just keep preaching and preaching. What are you doing? I'm not dumb enough to tell people what I'm doing on YouTube. I believe in a cause, and that cause is the Constitution. And before the Constitution, it's God. The supreme creator of everything. I believe in this, and I can watch the news and I can continually see the degenerating country. It is all around us. Article after article after article after article is traditional Christian values, traditional American values are being attacked. Anyone that speaks out is considered a racist. Your life will be ruined. I'm seeing it all the time. You say anything, even if it's not racist and they disagree, you will immediately be labeled a racist and harassed. It is sad when you don't have freedom of speech. I've looked through the Constitution and there's nowhere in there that it makes it really wrong to be a racist. Now there's things in there that say if you hurt people or you try to hurt people or you tell other people to hurt people, yeah, that's definitely wrong. But our freedom of speech in this country is being taken away from us. There's a group of people, the Black Lives Matter people. Their founders, their agenda is anti-God, anti-country, anti-capitalism. It's basically a communist organization that is set up to destroy the fundamentals, principles that our country was founded on. They are attacking George Washington just because he owned slaves. They're attacking Abraham Lincoln. They're attacking Christopher Columbus. They're attacking anything related to our country or to God. They're now saying that all pictures, all statues, all stained glass that shows a white God is racism and has to be destroyed. Sad days in this country. You might say, well, the military or the police are going to save us. Negative. The military is not. I don't know where they're going to stand. Most of the career officers in there, you don't get your stars. You don't become a general. You don't become high up in the military in any branch unless you're willing to tote the New World Order. If you actually believe in God and country, you will not go far. So I don't know where the military is going to be. I'm not counting on the military to save the day. It could fall apart into chaos. The police are being ordered by their political leaders to stand down. I believe they would want to stop the lawlessness that's all over this country. If white people were harassing other people in the streets like we're being harassed by Black Lives Matter, by Antifa, oh my word, they would want the whole U.S. Army to move in. But it's not happening. For some reason, traditional values, if you have white skin, you are being targeted. 3 times in my life I was targeted. Was I targeted because I was white? I don't know. But 3 times I was targeted and crimes were committed. One was my bike was stolen right from me. I was collecting money, walked in the house in the foyer to get the money from the, as a newspaper carrier in my young days, and my bike was taken. I ran to the police station, which was a couple hundred yards away. An officer threw me in the car and we took off. We found my bike a few miles away. I got my bike back. 3 or 4 black youths. Next, my motorcycle was taken from my carport in Greenville, South Carolina. It was taken by some black youths. Well, 20, 22, some in that range. Next, I had a pistol put in my face at my job. I worked for a school district, and I was assaulted right there. People that assaulted me were black. Now, I could go through life saying that black people are the problem. No, what the problem was criminals that want to do bad things. Criminals come in all colors. But I don't address and say all black people are bad. I'm smart enough to know, well, that's not true. Just like I'm smart enough to know that all law enforcement police officers are not bad. There's some bad apples in there, yes. And we need to fix the system. The other side wants to tear the system down. They want to get rid of police officers. They want to defund them. So in the middle of the night, you're getting robbed. What are you going to call a social worker? You're going to send a social worker? Maybe you can talk it out with the bad guy. Maybe, you know, you could keep one of your TVs and they could get the other TV. Maybe that's what they're wanting to do. But our country's under assault. My heart is very, very, very heavy. I know the solution, but I don't think we're near the solution time. People are saying, we're going to have a civil war soon. No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be a few years down the road. It would take a catalyst, an event, to really get the ball rolling. Because our side doesn't even know there's a civil war. Our side is willing to turn away from the problem and look over there. Oh, there's no problem. Oh yeah, some blacks are upset because some racist cops did something. It's much, much deeper. We have lost our institutions of learning, from elementary school to college to universities. For a generation or two, we have let the left brainwash our children. If you look at the Black Lives Matter, most of the people there are white. Yes, there are some black, but the largest percentage is white. And most of these people are young. Most of them want to change the system. Most of them see no future in capitalism. If they ever talk to someone that lived through communism, maybe we could change their mind. But I think we have lost. I don't think even taking back our institutions of learning could solve the problem. I think all peaceful way of restoring our country is lost. Even if they elect politicians, these politicians are going to want to take my firearms, going to want to take my rights away. And guess what? Even if I'm a minority, I don't have to listen to them, and I will not listen to them. And you might say, oh, you're talking tough, Dave, you're on YouTube. Yes, I am talking tough, but I have backed that ability up. Uncle Sam has taught me well. So I'm hoping to teach as many people as possible how to protect themselves, how to take care of themselves. Because military is not going to be there to police. You know who's going to be there? It's going to be you. It's going to be the janitor that works in Miami, Florida. It's going to be the steel worker up in Pennsylvania. It's going to be the guy that works on a ranch out in Wyoming. It's going to be the guy that works at Burger King, New York City. Those are the people I'm counting on. I'm counting on the average Americans that has gotten fed up with the left pushing their agenda, using violence. Extreme violence is being used against people that do not believe what they believe in. And the media is sugarcoating it. Politicians are a joke. They're sugarcoating it. They're saying, oh no, this is a peaceful protest. They're not peaceful protests. And even if most of them are peaceful, anytime you're pushing an agenda that is backed by communists, wanting to get rid of traditional values, then I will have a problem with it. So, yeah, Dave, you're just talking tough on YouTube. I am, because I'm smart enough not to say what I really feel on YouTube. I'm telling you the honest truth. I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing behind the scenes. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm doing everything morally and up to the Constitution. But we need to start thinking that we're at war. It might not be a shooting war yet, but I don't know. You can ask a lot of people. It is a shooting war. People are getting injured and shot and killed for what they believe. Property's being destroyed. So, get ready. The biggest thing you can do right now, the biggest thing, the highest thing on the list, get some cardio in. You might be a patriot and you want to take care of the country and you want to fill the gap, but if you can't even run a couple hundred meters, if you can't carry a 30-pound ruck, what good are you? I don't care if you have a year's supply of food and 5,000 rounds of ammo. What are you going to be able to do other than some logistical help? We don't need logistical help. We need men and women that are fit enough to stand in the gap and make a difference. The other side had a lot of young people. A lot of young people. So we need to get fit. If you're 65 years old, you can get fit. I need to lose a few pounds, and I'm trying. I'd like to lose maybe 8 to 9 pounds, increase my cardio, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Other than just working hard every day, we got to get physically fit. You got to lose those pounds. lose them for the guys in Valley Forge, the guys that spent the whole winter without proper food, without proper shelter, with no shoes. They were willing to wrap rags around their feet to give us what we got. But you're not willing to lose 20, 30, 40 pounds. I don't care. Lose it. Get in shape. Do it for our ancestors. Do it for the people that went in front of us, that gave us this great country that we have totally destroyed. Our debt is astronomical. Do we care about our future generations? Do we care about our kids? Do we care about our grandchildren? We have given them a broke country. They're so far in debt. It will eventually collapse, and it is because of my fault. It's my parents' fault. It's grandparents' fault, because we were willing to accept whatever they said without getting in the streets. The left will get in the street over anything. It's really hard to get us conservatives in the streets. And if we did in the streets, we're very, very peaceful. It's going to come a time when we have to forget that we want to maintain a stable society. Do we want to maintain a stable society, or we don't want to restore what was given to us, the freedoms and liberties? Your state and local governments are just as bad. They're so corrupt, so much cronyism, so much people wasting money. So my challenge is to you, after all that crazy rambling, that my heart is broken because our country's gone down the tubes, and I have not done enough. I'm pointing my fingers at me. I have not done enough to stop it. So are we willing to go further? Because it's going to take more than just voting, more than a soapbox, to restore what we need to restore, to hand to our children. I don't know if we can. I truly feel that this country might dissolve into little areas of freedom, but it will be terrible. It will be bloody. So people that say, let's get a civil war on, you have never been in one. Even if you weren't part of the combatives, you haven't seen it firsthand. The utter lawlessness, destruction, despair that will happen to our country. Pray that you live in an area of somewhat stability. If you don't move, sell, get out, nothing good is going to come. If you can't put seeds in the ground, you don't have good neighbors, you can't cut firewood and heat your house, if you're in the suburban area, if you're in the city, you will perish. You need to get out. If you can't get out, you better find a relative that lives in a safe area and start helping them get ready. Because you will not survive. I've seen urban warfare up close, in person, door to door, room to room. It is the worst thing that I've ever gone through in my life. Masses of people trying to survive and groups of people trying to kill each other. You might say, well, I'm just not going to take a side. You will take a side. There's no one that will survive without taking a side. And I pray it doesn't turn into black and white. Because there's a lot of good people and bad people on both sides. It needs to turn into people that believe in God, believe in country, want to restore the Constitution against any and all. Do something, lose some freaking weight, get in shape, and start training. Thanks for watching.